All right, so we defeated the second Boston Botanica. Let's move through the trash and check out the third boss.
Come on, Jimmy, get in there. Stop being a little whiner.
All right, good.
This is that room. Here we go.
What is this room?
This is right before that demon guy.
That is the demon guy.
So you don't want to pull these guys with the glue.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Nice work.
I feel bad for that guy.
Yeah, me
I
a
don't.
little bit.
He had his chance.
Let Lyle get some aggro there. Misdirect if you have it.
Got it.
Beautiful. Good work, everybody. Dorks, you ready?
Yep, totally.
Do it.
Perfect.
All right, well, so before we get into this boss, we've talked about tanking,
Yeah.
talked about healing. Let's talk a little bit about crowd control and DPS.
So mage and we're going to talk about a mage,
Mage and hunter.
A hunter.
Mage,
Oh.
hunter, and rogue.
Hunter.
And
know hunter's
warlock,
crowd
I guess,
control.
at some point. So here's the thing that's interesting about our makeup with our show. As you saw in episode 1, 2, I don't know about 3, 4, I think. Our usual class makeup: rogue, warrior, shaman healer, hunter, hunter,
killer.
hunter, and our friend Vi Satellite is a enhancement shami. Not a lot of crowd control. So one of the problems that people have is that yes, a tank can tank multiple ads or targets. You don't really want that to be the case. Usually you want to crowd control everything and tank and kill in
One at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time.
So some of the ways you do that, as a hunter over here, Dorkins, who used to be survivalist, who's
Used
now
to be.
back to Beastmaster. Why don't you talk a little bit about trap management and mainly freezing traps, but
Sure. So that's pretty much all we have to crowd control is the freezing trap. And I can drop that trap, and then for 30 seconds, actually for a full minute, it'll be sitting out there.
Perfect.
But for 30 seconds, I cannot drop another trap. So let's say we pull something, and it runs at my trap, and my trap happens to fail, which you guys know happens all the time. Then there's really nothing more that I can do. I would have to kite it around, but usually they hit me a couple of times, and I'm dead. So the idea, if you're a Beastmaster and you're not in Survivalist, is to drop your trap. Everybody wait for 30 seconds before doing anything, so that by that time, if we pull something and it does break, I can drop another one right away and trap them again, and then we can go through the process. And it works fairly well.
it does work very well.
You can trap anything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's beast, dragonkin, human, whatever.
Which is key,
huge.
because sheep, so for me as a rogue, the only crowd control stuff I have is mainly sap, and sap is only humanoid. And also sap is only at the beginning, so not in combat. I can do blind, which is good, and in a pinch, man, does it help, but it's really short. It's very easy to break, which is why I'm running Project Lore's favorite friend, Schnoobins, today, because that, of course, gives us the option of having sheep, which is awesome.
Which is probably one of the best crowd control.
If not the best crowd
In the
control
game.
in the game.
Yeah.
Also, your crowd control is you help the tank by misdirecting.
That's also true.
Yes.
Which I am a big fan, because that helps with a misdirect, which I'm sure you can talk about if you want, how the misdirect works.
It's very cool. What you do is you put your focus on your tank, in this case, Mr. Lyle Lovett, and I actually have a macro that allows me to target the target,
Right.
and then click my misdirect at the same time, and then what that'll do is it'll put the misdirect on Lyle, so that when I hit the target, that target will gain aggro on Lyle.
So when you shoot
and
the
not me.
target, he's like, oh, I think Lyle Lovett
Yeah,
shot
Lyle
me and
Lovett's
goes after
shooting
me.
at me, that mother effer, and so he goes after him.
Which
and
is
that gives me
great.
3 shots to actually give that much threat over to
Right. So
Lyle.
so if it's a creature actually that is hard, it's on back on the tank side. Okay. If it's somebody that you need to get aggro on fast,
Yeah.
it gives me a jump start on aggro.
It's also
before
a
I
great
even
way,
start
yeah,
hitting him.
and it's also a lot of times it'll be a way that people pull.
Mm-hmm.
So before with paladins, they had the shield thing where they could throw their shield. The problem was like with a rogue, you'd sap one and the shield would hit everything and breaking the sap. They did change that in a patch that just came out where the shield, I can't remember what it's called, like Commander's Shield or something like that, where it actually will skip anything that's been CC'd. But so for a while, that was the way that you pulled with a pally. When there was a group, you would sap, the hunter would misdirect to the pally tank, and then the pally tank would throw up Consecrate and start the battle. So I'm a big fan of misdirect. Schnoobens is here for sheep, and that's kind of the deal with crowd control is, get it so that it's as few people as possible, and then of course you go in your order of, most likely to drop crowd control. So of course we usually if there's a rogue, we attack the person who's sapped after letting the ice block guy stay in. Then we go after the ice block. Then you go after sheep. Basically, you do it in the order of which it's less likely that they'd break out. So good work, crowd control people. Let's talk about Thorngrin the Tender, shall we? So Thorngrin the Tender is the 3rd boss in Botanica. He is a demon paladin. Don't know if you guys knew that he was a paladin. He's pretty much a tank and spank. He has a couple things that he does that really suck. One, he sacrifices. So there's like an altar of thorns in the center. So Lyle, you want to tank him in the center, and even farther back if you can.
Further back from where he's standing now?
Yeah, where you're standing is where you want to tank him.
Or
maybe slightly back from where
this
you
way,
are.
got
So
it.
in the center of the room.
Got it.
Reason being is because the second thing he does, and when you are sacrificed, you get damage. Juggy is actually going to switch off and heal.
Good.
And he's going to heal whoever gets sacrificed.
Yeah, this is a hard fight to heal.
I think with an off healer,
Everyone's spread out.
but I think with an
lots
off
of
healer,
damage,
it'll be all right
spread out.
because here's the damage that this guy does. He does Hellfire. Hellfire is basically like Consecrate, so it's a big area attack, flame attack. The reason why you want to tank him away from that is because if somebody gets sacrificed and he's close enough that his Hellfire hits the guy who's being sacrificed, they're out. That's it. They're done. Our shaman
What does
is gonna heal.
sacrifice do again? I'm sorry.
Sacrifice is that chains thing where you basically get held in chains and you do a damage over time. It's
Is
like
it still called demon chains?
it's called
You can't
sacrifice. You
kill
can't
it.
kill it.
Oh.
It's not like in Karazhan.
It puts you
it's
up
not like
where
Yoho.
he's standing
Got it.
currently.
Yeah. So the key is you get really screwed. It's called double screwed. When you are sacrificed and Hellfire is under you, it's called double screwed. So Juggy, our elemental shaman or enhancement shaman, is going to break off and do some healing on the sacrificed person. Tank and spank. Lyle, make sure to keep him back.
Hey,
As far as everything else goes, so when he does his Hellfire, get out of it.
Okay.
Drag back out of it. Just
Okay.
don't walk him towards the sacrifice, but get out of that
Okay.
Hellfire.
Should I wear my resistance cloak?
What is it
For
a
this?
resistance of?
12 to everything.
You'll be okay.
I think
Okay.
you'll be alright, yeah.
Great. I'll stay with my other one. Okay, we're going to do a ready check.
Let's kill this guy. All right, here we go.
Ready to rock?
Yes.
Misdirecting
fuck
to
yeah.
Lyle.
Misdirect.
Misdirecting to Lyle. Here
Got
we
it.
go. Back wallet, Lyle.
That sounds like Gargamel.
Ooh, nice trap.
Oh,
Already? You fucking bastard.
Oh yeah, drop DPS, drop DPS.
Up.
slow.
Let it pick up on Lyle. I'm
And
sacrificed, that's okay.
Stevens, I got you. I got you, Stevens.
Thank you.
Okay. Go on, Lyle.
It's funny, I haven't been healed yet. I haven't
Yeah,
been
it's
healed
not
yet.
working. I
I
don't
haven't
know
been
why.
healed
I
yet.
got you.
I don't know why.
What do you mean you don't know why?
I figured it out.
Okay.
Wrong button?
No, I was blind, so I did.
Damn it. What the hell is my cat's name?
Jimmy. All right, there
That
we go.
worked.
Wow.
that time.
Good work, good work. Here we go. Let's do some DPS now, shall we?
You forgot your cat's name. Come on.
What is this? Sacrificial.
Get him, get him, get him.
Why does he keep
I got Dogen.
pulling off?
I got Dogen.
Oh.
Like, I can't
Juggy's
even-
got aggro.
Yeah, get him out of there so he's
Juggy's
not...
gonna get hit.
I got you,
Dead.
I got you.
I'm dead.
Damn it.
Okay, that's all right. Hold on.
can
Everybody,
still- we can still
slow
do
down
it.
DPS. Let's do it. All right, here we go.
This direct is not up. twice in a row?
Here, Juggy. He's
Why?
gonna hit me. He's hitting me.
Well,
Get in there, just
I
get
can't
in.
pull the aggro. I can't get him off of anybody.
Okay, I reincarnated. That's second
Here we go. Here
chance.
we go. This is it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop Manaside right here.
Come on, Lyle.
What again?
He's coming. He's coming.
Oh, don't sacrifice me.
I can't.
I got
Run
you.
toward me.
Sacrifice it so I can't get in. Nice. Here we go. Let's get this guy.
Nail him. Nail him. Burning.
Yeah,
He's at
burn him, burn him,
20%.
burn him.
I'm sacrificed.
All right, again.
Stop. Run toward me.
We got him.
All right, we got him. We got him.
Yeah.
All in, all in, all in. DPS, DPS,
Hit him,
DPS,
hit him,
Dorks,
hit him.
DPS, DPS. Nice. God, I hate that guy.
Dude.
I gotta say, woot for 2 reincarnates right there, huh?
I'll take 2 reincarnates over lack of crowd control any day of the week.
Okay, I'm down for that purple gem because I'll use that for an offset.
Do it.
If you don't mind, I'm
45
going to take that ring too for my offset.
Yeah.
Here's what's okay.
Okay, let's.
This
let's
is what's
do
frustrating
strat
to me
afterwards.
about this guy
Yeah.
is that it seems like
I
our
think he was
strategy
dropping
was
his loot.
barely working.
I know, and I think he drops his aggro table. He
Well,
must.
it's weird because sometimes out of the hellfire, he would aggro me,
Yeah.
and other times he wouldn't, and then I couldn't get it back.
Yeah. I don't know
Were
what it was.
you misdirecting every time?
When it came up,
Whenever
yes.
it was up, he was misdirecting.
I thought the plan was every time he does the hellfire
doesn't
and it
work.
stops,
It's
you
not- he
misdirect
hells
to
fire-
Problem
him.
is,
he
it doesn't
hellfires
work
too
like
quickly.
that. He's
He
not doing it
hellfires
every
too
2
quickly.
minutes. He's doing it every
Every
14
And-
minute.
Oh, misdirect only
Fine.
works every 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's not enough.
I know. Well, that's why I was like, just anytime it's up, hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
All right. Well, we just killed the 3rd boss in Botanica. We're going to be moving on through this little doorway here to the 4th boss. Let's clear some trash.
Oh, decay everywhere.
Yeah, you gotta get out of the red.
I'm out of it.
Okay,
Good.
look it, got it.
Got it.
DPS.
Jimmy is a flower.
That's called polymorph.
Yeah, but not into a flower.
Into a flower.
All right, they're on the healer.
What is on
They're
here?
on the
Turn,
healer.
turn, dorks, turn, dorks. Get the thing on the healer. Dorkins.
They're on
You and
the
me, healer.
The healer's getting hit.
There, we got it.
One thing that never should ever happen is that the healer's getting hit.
Nice.
That's like his pirate song.
Hey, Goggins. I've got a potion for you.
I'm assuming the mutilate fear shrieker fears.
Can you sheep these?
No.
Jimmy, get out of there. What are you doing?
Dude, Jimmy Crackcorn, he don't care.
He really just doesn't.
Before we get into the boss, we want to talk about the last. We talked about healing, tanking, crowd control. Bottom line is, once you get all that stuff together, you got to DPS. DPS, obviously, damage per second. So some of the major DPS classes: Rogue, Hunter,
Mage.
Mage, which is also what I'm rocking, and Elemental Shami,
Warlock.
Enhancement Shami,
Warrior, if you're-
Warlock, Fury Warlock, Fury Warrior.
Ret Pally?
Ret Pally, yeah, that's it's funny. That's really rare to see really good high-end DPS out of a Ret Pally. When you see one, you realize how badass they can be. I ran something.
Is Elemental Shaman considered DPS?
I think so, yeah.
It's range DPS.
Yeah, because there's no other. I mean, it's sort of like
Casting DPS.
Yeah, it's like you also have feral druids, and you also have balanced druids. Can be the boomkins as they were.
What's the priest class that's not
Shadow
healing?
priests?
Shadow
Shadow
priests.
priests are also pretty epic. So the bottom line is, DPS is the most straightforward. You're basically trying to do as much damage as possible on the target, watching your threat, because the balance, the dance with DPS is when you get more threat accrued than the tank, you pull aggro, and that's not where you want to be, especially a clothy like myself.
And DPS being the glamorous classes.
DPS, of course, being the glamorous classes, because the more DPS, the faster you kill things, the better you do through
As
the
an example,
instances.
when I crit, like if I crit, I'll crit for 1,000.
Right.
If I'm lucky.
Right, and
800 to 1,000.
Schnoobins here will crit Pyroblast for like 67k.
And Dorkins for like 40,000, but that's
Yeah.
something.
Whatever, but he's got a weird add-on
His
that just
game
adds
just doesn't-
10
his
and
game
20
doesn't work
times
correctly.
for everything.
Not
that crits.
67k, 6.7k. You're not critting for
6.7k. Yeah, it's not
67,000.
67,000. 6k basically, or 7k. And there are actually some warlocks that'll do arcane bolt or shadow bolts that do like 11k. I mean, crazy shit. So, it's sort of the most sexy of the things, and it's also the most straightforward, I think, of the classes. Mainly, you just got to watch out, don't pull aggro, and you'll be good. Let's get into the fourth boss in Botanica, Laj, or Laj, as it were, L-A-J. Laj is basically the first baddie that the high botanist Freywin, has created. So he is an elemental lasher. He's pretty straightforward. He, like a lot of things that we've seen so far, does that weird cloud that you have to get out of. It's sort of like a disease cloud. So poison cleansing, very good.
Disease cleansing.
Oh, disease cleansing, sorry. Disease cleansing, very good. Also, there's a couple different ways to handle him, because he will teleport back to the little platform he's on and summon 2 ads, right?
Yep.
The easy way to do it, which is I think what we'll try to do here, is that if you pull him out the hallway, the ads won't make it out to you.
Which
So you
hallway?
don't-
Where we came from?
The way we came from.
Okay.
So basically the room out back. And then when he teleports, he'll teleport away and we just wait. And then he will come back out through the hallway. We DPS again.
Okay.
You pick him up, we DPS.
Okay.
It's sort of the easiest way to handle him. And there are a couple other ways. If you have a warlock, it's really great because you can banish the... or is that priest that banishes?
Warlock.
Warlock, okay. Warlock can banish them. We're just not going to deal with them. We're going to deal with the guy out the hall. The other thing is he turns blue, red, green, white, and black. And when he turns those colors, he's just resistant to that type of damage. We don't really have to worry about it too much. I'm the only one that has to worry about it. When he turns white, I just switch to fire, and we're good. Everybody ready? Let's kill
Let's
that.
do a ready check.
All right, dorks.
It's
You
totally
guys
rad.
ready?
Very nice.
Ready?
Yep.
Ready? Oh, damn you, Lila.
I love it, you son of
Okay, grab him. All right. Oh, that was quick. But now he's got aggro, so as soon as he teleports back, let's see.
And Lyle's got the aggro.
Yeah.
So I don't even need to be in line of sight to wait for him to come back.
No.
No, you want to, you
But
want to
just pick him up as soon as you can, so then we can start DPSing. Yeah, and if you can misdirect to him,
Not again, but
I know, but I mean, as soon as you can, then that's really great.
Not bad. Weird.
It's all right.
What do we do about
You got your fear up. Perfect.
We'll just kill him when he teleports. So kill that, so.
Oh, hey, Bluebit. Fucking, what's his name? Come
You gotta
back.
have a button that pulls him back, right?
Yeah, but it's not working.
I think he just hasn't lined up his Says whatever he
Okay,
wants.
pick him up. Misdirect if you got it.
No, not yet. There we go, I got it back. Okay.
I don't have another fear yet.
I got you, Jugs.
And you got him.
I got Lyle.
Tom, if you got
Who
it.
needs to do something to get aggro off.
I killed it, don't worry.
No, it's still there.
Oh, I killed one of them. There were 2.
And I believe we will have a misdirect coming here in a moment. Come on, baby.
Nice.
Come on, baby. Maybe watch that. Brett.
It'll be all right there. Calm it down for a second.
Ah, Schnoobit. What's his name?
Don't blame me for your dog dying.
Damn it, Schnoobins.
Damn it, Schnoobins, you killed my cat. That's how I roll.
You got him
slow.
at 15%.
Yeah, he got slowed for some reason. Totem, do you have a slow totem? There we go.
Kill
Blank,
him.
blank.
Here we go. Suck this fireball. Please be a crit. Ah! Good work. Good work. Nice work. Does he have a corpse? Where's his corpse?
Up here on the mantle.
Okay. It's good work,
Oh,
everybody.
oh.
Watch out, watch
They're
out.
still,
Kill it,
they're
kill it,
still
kill
hitting.
Get in there.
Go, Jimmy, go.
Oh, there's another one.
I got you guys. Get him.
I need to target something first.
You have to
Oh,
target
wow, he
something first.
teleported right as he died. That's epic.
Oh, cloak.
Anybody want that cloak?
Zillions. Everybody can use
Doing all right.
I don't want it.
that. Yeah, I don't want
I
it.
had DE. Well, we just defeated the fourth boss in the Botanica. And let's go on and clear the trash to the last boss.
Good thing we have a mage.
Dude, look how they're almost all dead. I'm just saying.
Magma Totem does area of effect damage.
So before we get into the warp splinter here, Gogs, do you want to talk a second about totems? Because I know shamans, there's so many different types of totems, and you can have 4 out each, right?
You can have a max of 4, each one representing an element:
Right.
earth, fire, water, and air.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, the totems are buffs for the party,
Right.
or dispellers for poisons and diseases, or damage dealers like fire totems and magma totems, things like that.
Gotcha.
And you can also summon elementals, an earth elemental and a fire elemental with totems.
That's pretty cool. So what totems are you dropping now, and what are they?
I'm dropping Wrath of Air, which in our case we have that aids casters and it ups my heals.
Gotcha.
That's my air totem. Mana Spring totem, which
Oh, that's nice.
increases your mana regen.
Nice.
And Stone Skin, which reduces the amount of melee damage taken
Nice.
by everybody.
Okay.
And then
Question.
yes.
Do totems use up mana or anything? You just get
Little bit.
Do they do?
Just
Okay.
a little bit.
But just to drop, it's not like a drain.
Just
right?
a little bit.
Okay.
Right.
Got it.
But there's other things like ground, in a pinch, like if all of a sudden, we get an ad that starts casting, you
Yeah.
can drop a grounding totem, and all of a sudden that person's whatever, arcane missiles or shadow bolts will hit that totem
That's
for a certain
cool.
amount of damage, and it'll kill
Like a
that
grounding rod,
totem.
like a lightning grounding rod.
Exactly.
Kind of
That's
thing.
pretty cool.
Things
And
like
then
that.
also there's a Tremor Tote, which has been very key
Tremor
for
totem
us.
is key when you're getting feared
Yeah.
or scared.
Yeah. Or feared.
Yeah, it can reduce that time by quite a bit.
Well, that's cool, and we're very fortunate because we have 2. We can have 8 toads out at a time, which is pretty.
yeah,
It's
so
pretty epic.
So he can drop like strength, the strength of Earth totem,
Or he's dropping Wind Fury because he's an elemental
and
shaman,
Wind Fury, which gives you
or an enhancement shaman. So it's
Yeah.
like a buff on your main
it basically
hand weapon.
enchants your main hand weapon,
Yeah, which is
and that's
great.
what the tornado you see
Yeah.
is that procking.
Well, that's cool. I love me some totems. We're here at the final boss, the 5th and final boss in Botanica, Warp Splinter. Now, Warp Splinter is an arcane ancient or an ancient of the arcane from Darnassus that has been warped and confused and is now fighting for the baddies, as I like to say. So what we're supposed to actually do here in Botanica is the Darnassians, I guess, the people at Darnassus, the druids there, want to rebuild Warp Splinter anew in Darnassus, and so we're actually supposed to come in here for a quest and get clippings off of this guy to bring back to Darnassus so they can plant him and over the next hundreds and hundreds of years regrow this person because he's been corrupted. So we're going to go in here and kick his bootay, as it were. So he has a couple things that he does. First off, he does an AoE stun for melee, which is called Stomp. So theoretically, you'll just be stunned,
Stuck for
as
a
it
second.
were. Same with Juggernaut, our melee shaman. He also summons ads, and the ads are treants. They're very, very slow, and they'll slowly come around somebody. But they actually heal him a little bit. Now, we've got pretty decent DPS going on here, so what I'm thinking is, Lyle, if you see them slowly coming towards you, run into Lyle. When they all get around you, Lyle, do your fear.
Okay.
I'm hoping we only get one wave. If they become an issue, then maybe Dorkins and I will peel off, and we'll just tag them, as it were. Because they're pretty easy to add. I mean, they're not elemental or elites or anything like that, so it should be pretty easy. The other thing he does is Arcane Volley, so you actually want to tank him butt away. So run through him.
And face him away from you guys.
Face him away from us.
Done.
Let's give him a shot, shall we?
Great check incoming. Here we go.
Does anybody need int?
Yes.
Your tank does not.
Take it. It's good for you.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, it's smarter.
Makes you healthy.
Who disturbs this sanctuary?
Oh!
Oh, wow, I was actually
Back up,
in range of
boys.
the stomp.
Okay,
That's stomp.
So back up.
I got you.
Here come the ints.
Who are they after?
If you see him going towards
They're
you,
coming after me.
You need me to run over there and
run
clear him?
towards Lyle. Run towards Lyle.
I'll get silenced and not be able to heal.
Okay, run towards him. Okay, Lyle, wait for it. Feared.
Feared.
Good work, good work. Okay, double critted pyroclasts for like
I got you,
a
Juggy.
lot.
All right, here they come.
He's almost
They're
dead.
either on me or Dorkins, I'm not sure.
I got one
I don't have another fear.
I don't have another fear at all.
Nope.
Burn him.
Burn him. Oh, we got silenced. It's fine. Burn him.
It's okay, I'm gonna do area attack.
You got him.
Oh, I died. Damn it!
Watch the trance.
Nice
Kill
work.
that. We still got to kill him.
Nice work. Nice work.
You
So
jug.
I died, but we succeeded! To me, that's a win!
Oh, it's definitely a win.
How's that death meter look?
No, I've been dying a lot, I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, well that's it for Warp Splinter. Good work, everybody. Good work. And that is a wrap on Botanica, babies. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Gauntlets of Dissension.
Do you want those?
I don't need them. No, they're
For
mine
your
are better.
offset?
Mine are better.
Okay.
Okay.
We got some stuff here. Need on the Primal Nether. Everybody roll a need.
Just roll.
Yeah, we have Master Looter, so.
Son of a...
Oh, me and Lyle got a roll off.
Wait, I haven't rolled.
It's if Schnoobins doesn't beat you, which he didn't.
Yeah, he was
Okay,
too
roll
busy
off.
loading his roll hack. Oh!
Milo gets it.
Nice.
35-32.
So we have done it. We defeated Botanica in the Tempest Keep instance group. We had a great time. We destroyed some plants, which is always satisfying. A lot of blood elves lost their lives. Sorry about that, hordy-wardy ding-dongs. See you next week when we are taking on... I can't remember what we're doing next week. Something amazing. Sethic Halls. Stick around. I love me some totems.